Today is Tuesday, January 28th. It is the 28th day of my gratefulness, thankfulness journey. It's like the 26th, 25th, whatever day of my weight loss journey. Today I am not going off of my book. I had a lot of, it was bad last night. I had a panic attack. It was terrible. I couldn't breathe. I haven't had one of those in a long time. Not a fan. And today when I woke up, I struggled to get out of bed. I was so tired and just not really in a good headspace. Really depressed, really down, thinking really down about myself. Just not good. And just not having good thoughts. Yeah. And three, I don't know, people, angels, whatever, because really they probably are, really turned it around for me today. And I don't have words to express to thank those people enough and luckily, it happened right away at the beginning of the day, all three things. And it just, it kind of set my tone for the rest of the day. And I don't know that I would have made it through the day without these people and what they did for me. So, we'll start with the first thing. We'll do it in chronological order. First, the bell rings. And he wasn't one of my students, but I've had him in after school for 2 years. Came by and dropped off a little goodie bag of a whole bunch of trial things from Pawtree. Pawtree is something, if you really love your pets, I would highly suggest it. You should buy from Miranda Rocco. If you need a link, let me know. They have toys, they have food, they have all this stuff, and I have really sick cats. They've been sick since they were kittens. They get everything. They have dental disease. They're expensive cats. They're sick kitties, and I love them very much. But the vet bills are getting high. So I'm trying some stuff from them, and the cats love it so far. They love the treats. They just tried a new food tonight. I've never seen them eat wet food that fast. Normally they savor it and let it. Nope, it was gone. Gone. So that was pretty cool. And just kind of I can, kind of spoil my babies tonight. That's really cool. So that was awesome. And then my one student that was not doing so well refused to do his work, that kind of stuff. Well, the package from the Bears came. And it was sitting at his seat this morning when he got to school. And he loved it. And he did his work all day with a happy heart. And he finally found a connection with some of the boys in my class that also liked football. And different, I have Packers fans. I'm not a football person, but if they're the Browns, maybe that's just sticking out in my head. So we have the Bears, the Browns, the Packers. I do have some Chiefs fans in my class, so that'll be fun hearing about how they enjoyed the Super Bowl. And he made those connections, and he was playing football with some of those kids at recess today. And it just made my life. That was the best thing ever. And then, so the whole reason I had a panic attack last night was, this is going to sound so dumb to most of you, but with anxiety, I take all these little tiny things and I make them super big in my head and just freak myself out. So I screwed up on my taxes. I already turned them in, whatever. I screwed up. Never done something like that in my life. I've always done my own taxes. I've never had an issue. This year I screwed up. And I didn't, I panicked. I know that you can do amends, but like I couldn't find the right form because the forms that I found were like 2018 and older, and like it wouldn't let me go back, it wouldn't let me turn anything. I was just freaked out. So I reached out to 3 of my former students' mom. I had these kids. So before I started teaching, I worked at, I don't want to call it a daycare, a child care center, Bright Ideas in Wales. They're amazing. I love them. So I had her children there. And then for my student teaching, they were in the charter school within Wales Elementary. And then I also did a long-term sub position after my student teaching at the charter school within Wales Elementary, KM Explore. So I had her kids for a whole year. And I had them before school, during school, and after school. And then I had them during the summer. Just an amazing family, but I knew she had experience with taxes. So I messaged her and I was like, hey, I'm freaking out. And they moved to Virginia. Sorry, they moved. I think Virginia. Yeah. And I was like, do you have anybody to suggest from back at Wisconsin? Like, I'm really broke, but I would rather give the money to like somebody as opposed to going like H&R Block or whatever. And now that I've screwed up, I want somebody to help me with my amend because I don't want to screw up while I'm trying to fix my original screw up, which is something I would totally do. And she asked me to like forward her all of my paperwork just so she could kind of get an idea of it or whatever. And she offered to help me out. And like this woman, I swear to you that she was like, before any of this happened, I'd swear to you that she was a saint. Like, her family are some of the most amazing people I have ever met. Her daughter that I had, and then one of her sons that I had, taught me more about being an educator, being a good human being, being a good, like, just a kind-hearted person. Like, they taught me more about that in that, year in summer that I had them than I could have ever taught them as their teacher. And I am so grateful to that family for so many things. And now it's just like one more thing to be grateful to them for. And they are just amazing and wonderful people. And so Miranda Rokel, my student, and Jessica Marshall are like my angels today. For real. So that is my off the script. It has been a good day. Which typically when I start on a bad day, it's really hard to like get myself back into that positive mindset. Today was a really good day. So that is day 28.